Your result is going to be the product of how you have done the exam. It's not going to be affected by my blessings, so it doesn't matter actually. Anyways, if you have done it well, like you'll have get a good result, not a problem. So this is the corona batch, so they wouldn't be like kind of reducing marks. What is there to panic? Whatever is done. You're already in 11th standard, so why should you bother about the results in the first place? There is nothing going to happen like if you're going to panic. There is nothing going to happen if you're not going to panic. It's just the state of mind that is like confusing us all. I think it should be released around like 12:31. Okay, so children, so today we have to study about mitosis. I still don't see people coming into this thing. I mean, like some 10-15 students are missing. Anyways, I would like to start it quickly. When is your physics period today? That would be from 3:30 to 4:30, is it? Okay, thank you. Just a second. Okay, we'll start anyways. Like the strength is not improving, so we can just quickly start with our thing class. So what we are going to see now is like we are going to study about mitosis. Yesterday we studied some basic idea about what is mitosis. Now what we'll try to understand is we'll try to study about um, some important aspects. So we'll try to differentiate between mitosis and meiosis before we proceed to uh, mitosis. So we studied that whenever a diploid organism or a haploid organism, let us say that an organism is having X number of chromosomes, whatever be the number of chromosomes. Okay. If the offspring should also have X and X, what it will try to do is it will try to multiply into 2, and then further it will go for division into X and X. This is what we call it as mitosis. So mitosis will happen in all growth related cells. We call them as somatic cells. Okay, so all the cells that are related to growth basically are called as somatic cells. So it is going to be a growth related cell. I mean, like growth related cells, like say for example, my nails are growing, my body is growing, my muscles are growing, my skin cells are growing. Okay, my hair is growing, my nerve is growing. my brain is growing, my cardiac tissues are growing. Wherever growth is going to happen, it is all only because of mitosis. But in case of sexually reproducing organisms that are diploid, okay, so let us say that we have studied about gametic meiosis already. What is this gametic meiosis? Say, for example, I am having 46 chromosomes, but when I want to reproduce, if I want to like give birth to a child, in that case, I need to produce a specialized cell called as sperm that will have only 23 chromosomes. Similarly, there is a lady who's having 46 chromosomes. Like if she is like kind of like want to reproduce, let us say this is the male, this is the female. In that case, like she has to produce a specialized cell which is called as egg, which will have 23 chromosomes. Only if these two things are going to fuse, you will get a cell with 46. So here there has to be a visible reduction in terms of the number of chromosomes. So that visible reduction in terms of the number of chromosomes is attained by a cycle which is called as meiosis. It is a cell division which is called as meiosis. So what is meiosis is trying to do? Meiosis is trying to convert diploid cells into haploid cells. This is also called as a reduction division. Okay, reduction division. Why? Because the whole chromosome number is what? Halved exactly. So if already 40 are there, after meiosis, it will become 20. If already 20 are there, after meiosis, it will become what? 10. If already 10 is there, it will try to become 5. So whatever, if X is going to be the original number of chromosome, after meiosis, what will happen? It will try to become X by 2. Okay, so this is what is going to happen. So basically, it is reduced into half. So this is what is meiosis. So where will this meiosis will happen? The meiosis will happen in germ cells. We have some specialized cells called as germ cells. So these germ cells, so these are the germ cells. So this is the germ cell. In male, there is a germ cell, which I mean, like any cell which is undergoing meiosis, we call it as a meiocyte. Meiocyte is a cell which will undergo meiosis. Okay, so this meiosis is the germ cell. This germ cell, what it is trying to do, this is going to undergo meiosis and it is going to give rise to a cell which is called as a gamete. Okay, so what is the thing that you need to understand? Germ cells undergo meiosis and it will give rise to gamete. So the germ cells in our body is epithelial tissue. Germinal epithelial tissues of seminiferous tubule. So in your testicles, there is a particular thing which is called a seminiferous tubule. In that thing, you have some germinal epithelial tissues are there. So those are the ones which will be responsible for this thing. Okay, just a second. Just a second, children. Just a second. I just got a call. Official call. Okay, so listen. So this is the germ cell which is there. Germ cell is the germinal epithelial tissues of seminiferous tubule will be converted into gamete. So this gamete here in this case is sperm cell. Okay. So similarly, there is a germinal epithelial tissue of water. Ovary. So this will give rise to egg. So only two types of germinal cells are there in your body. What are those two different types of cells? One is what we call it as the germinal epithelial tissue of the seminiferous tubule and ovary in human beings. So similarly, every organism will have a particular type of cell which we can generally call it as germ cell. And these germ cells will undergo what? Meiosis. And they will result in a new cell which is called as a gamete. The male gamete is called as what? Sperm. And the female gamete is called as what? Egg. Are we able to understand? So meiosis is seen in only a specific type of cell. Are we understanding? You can respond quickly. So now let me ask you a question. The tissues in the penis, they undergo meiosis, mitosis. The tissues in the penis of a male, it undergoes meiosis or mitosis. Majority of you here are like kind of responding mitosis. Okay, except for one person who has said meiosis. Okay, so the answer is mitosis only. The tissues in penis are like kind of muscular tissues, or it is going to be nervous tissues, or it is going to be blood tissues. So those cells will not undergo meiosis. Okay, just because it is a reproductive organ, you cannot consider that those are the things. So inside the testicles, you have a testis. Inside the testis, there is like one specific variety called as seminiferous tubule, or a tissue which is called as seminiferous tubules. This seminiferous tubule is lined with a cell which is called as a epithelial cell. Only those cells will become what? Sperms. Okay, so these cells are the only cells which will undergo what? Meiosis in our body. Rest all the other cells in the body are undergoing mitosis only. Are we able to understand? Okay. So now like moving on further, we'll try to study about mitosis. Mitosis is a cell division that maintains chromosomal number. It happens in all somatic cells. Okay, and then it occurs in two stages. The karyokinesis and the cytokinesis. The word karyo means nucleus. Kinesis means division. The word cyto means cell, and kinesis means the first stage is called as karyokinesis and the second stage is called as cytokinesis. When will this happen in cell cycle? It happens during what? It happens during what phase of cell cycle? M phase of cell cycle. Okay, are you guys understanding? So quickly take this thing down. Are you guys done? Okay, I'll wait for a minute. Okay, so let us start looking into the phases of mitosis. So it will happen in two stages. One is what we call it as karyokinesis, and the other one is what we call it as cytokinesis. Okay. So now let us start with karyokinesis. It is division of what? Division of nucleus. It happens in four stages. The first phase is what we call it as the prophase. The second one is what we call it as a metaphase. The third one is what we call it as a anaphase. And the fourth one is what we call it as a telophase. You have four distinct phases in mitosis: karyokinesis of mitosis, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Okay, so now we have to study about each of these phases. What happens exactly? Okay, so now let us try to understand the cell, how it will look like. Okay, let us say that there is a normal cell which is not undergoing mitosis, which is active. What are the things that you will see? Let us say that this is the cell. The cell will have a very distinct nucleus. Okay, and it will have endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, and then you have cell organelles will be there. I'm not differentiating them. Let us say that different kinds of cell organelles are there. Okay, and you will also see something called as centrosome. We know that centrosome has centrioles. This is there. So what are the things that you're able to see is you're able to see that a normal cell has a distinct nucleus. And then cell organelles are observed. And then chromosomes are not visible. Okay. So this is how a normal cell will look like. Okay. So these are the things that you have to know before the cell division starts. It will be like looking like this. But as the cell is like kind of moving to thing, I mean, it is moving to your prophase. What happens? You need to understand. Okay. So you are able to understand. So this is how a normal cell will look like. So now what will happen is like when the cell is like normal, it will be like looking like this. So as it is moving to prophase, in prophase how the cell will look like, you need to understand. So the same cell wall is there or like plasma membrane. It can be either a plant cell or animal cell, so you don't worry about it. So what you will be able to see is okay, so you are able to see this thing. So you're able to see what are the changes that you're able to see here. You're able to see a series of changes. What happened to the cell organelles? Are you able to see the cell organelles now? Are you able to see any cell organelle which was there? You just compare here and then see. Are you able to see any cell organelles here? No. What has happened to the cell organelle? The cell organelles have disappeared. Except what? Except a few mitochondria. Yeah, you're able to see a few mitochondria there. So you're able to see that a few mitochondria, you're able to see this thing. So all the other cell organelles have disappeared or like they have been dissolved. Okay. Disappear means it will dissolve. It is like just like that, it is going to get destroyed. Yeah, right. Okay. And then what is that you're seeing to your nuclear membrane? Is it like intact or like is it disintegrated? So the nuclear membrane, what is it happening? The nuclear membrane disintegrates. Disintegrates means it is like kind of like losing. It is also disappearing slowly, gradually. Okay. What are you seeing? Are you able to see the chromatin reticulum? Or are you seeing structures called as chromosomes? What are you seeing here? You're able to see that chromosomes are visible. So what is happening? The chromosomes, the chromatin reticulum condenses to form what? Chromosomes. Disappearing means its vacuole will be like kind of like digesting it. Its lysosome can digest it. So chromosomes are like yeah, before the thing like the lysosomes will start to digest and then it will try to take off all the other organelles. Okay, so the chromatin reticulum condenses to form chromosomes. Okay, while you're talking about the cell, you need to know some places. Whenever you're telling that this is a cell, okay, you have two regions. So this region and this region are called as the polar region. And then in between you have this line. This is called as a equatorial region. We call it as a equatorial plane. Okay, that in between region is called as a equatorial plane. So what you will be able to see is you are able to see that what is happening. The spindle fibers are appearing in which region? So this is where the centriole is. Okay, the centrioles are found in which region? Are found in polar region. And what is that one more thing that you're able to see? You're able to see that spindle fibers appear from the centrioles. Okay, so these are the things which are happening here. So first thing is the spindle fiber is what we call it as aster. These lines, no, these are called as asters. Okay, are we able to understand? Okay, so there is a very minute difference between asters and spindle fibers. So if you say that centriole is there, okay, here also there is a centriole. Let us say that there is a chromosome. So from here it will connect. So whatever is connecting is spindle fiber. So from here some extra thread-like structures will appear. These are called as asters. Okay, this is the very minute difference between aster and spindle fiber, if you're asking me. So the one which is connecting, which is originating from the centriole and which is terminating in the chromosome is generally considered as a spindle fiber. Aster is just a balancing event. It is just like there, it's arising and it is kind of balancing. Okay, so let us try to understand that thing. So just like see here. So this is what is happening in prophase. In prophase, what happens? The cell organelles are disappearing first. That is the first stage. What are the organelles which are left out? A few mitochondria are there because you need energy to drive the process. You can see that the nuclear membrane disintegrates. It is no longer stable. It is breaking down. Okay. Meanwhile, you are also seeing what? The chromatin reticulum is starting to condense. It's condensing to form what? Chromosomes. You are able to see the chromosomal structures now. Okay. And then you are able to see in the polar region, centrioles are found. What is happening? From there, spindle fibers appear from the centrioles. Or you can also, instead of using the word spindle fibers, you can use the word asters. Asters appear from the centriole. Because the connection is not yet made, you cannot use the word spindle fibers. You can also use the word asters. Asters appear from the centriole and starts radiating. Are you guys understanding? So this is the prophase. With this thing, prophase is over. The next one is metaphase. The next one is what we call it as metaphase. So in order to differentiate, I'm trying to use a different color. Okay. So this is what you'll be seeing in case of a metaphase. What are the things that you'll see here is what is happening to the nuclear membrane. Tell me, the nuclear membrane disappears completely. Mitochondria might be there, don't worry. Mitochondria is found throughout the cell division because you need energy. So someone has to be providing energy for the entire cell division. Mitochondria will be available. But what is the only thing that you'll see is in a normal cell, the number of mitochondria will be much more higher than when you see it in cell division. So whenever you are seeing cell division, you'll see a minimum number of mitochondria. The nuclear membrane disappears completely. The chromosome is tightly packed in the stage. Where are you seeing this chromosome? Where is it located? It is located, the chromosomes are arranged where? The chromosomes are arranged in the equatorial plane. You have to use the technical terms. Don't write the word center and all. It is arranged in the equatorial plane. Such that what? Such that the original chromosome faces one side and the copy faces another side. What do you mean by this thing? So say for example, I have a chromosome like this. After multiplication, it is giving rise to a chromosome. So it will be like appearing like this. Okay. So before S phase, it will be like this. So after S phase, what is happening? Multiplication has happened. If multiplication has happened, something is newly formed. Let us say that this yellow part is the newly formed part. And this is the original existing part. So it is always arranged in such a way that all the originals will face towards one side and all the newly formed ones will face another side. Okay. So that there is a equal division. So this chromosome, no, it can also be arranged this way. Okay, but this is not the way in which it is arranged. It is always arranged such that you see the yellow, both the parts will be there in the top, and then both the white parts will be facing one side. This chromosome can orient itself in any plane, but this is not the plane in which it is arranged. This is the plane in which it is arranged. Are you guys able to understand? So this whole part will face one side. This whole white part will face one side. And the whole yellow part will face one side. So it is always done in such a way. So it is not going to be like one white, one half of white and one thing, because these two parts are the same information. And these two parts are the same information. So this is one complete information. One complete information faces one side and other complete information faces another side. Are we able to understand? So basically that is what is happening. It is arranged in that side. And now what else are you seeing? You are able to see that the spindle fibers have connected what and what? The centriole and the kinetochore region. The spindle fibers from the spindle fibers from the centrioles get attached to the kinetochore found in the centromere region of the chromosome. Okay, so this is also one more thing which will happen. The spindle fibers from where? The centriole. It will get attached to where? The kinetochore region. Found where? In the centromere of what? Chromosome. Are you guys able to understand? You have chromosome. In this chromosome, you have the kinetochore near the centromere region. So in that particular thing, it is hooking up. Who is hooking up? The spindle fibers which are coming from where? From the centriole. Are we guys able to understand? One more thing that you need to understand here is note the shortest chromosome is found in this region, in this phase. The shortest chromosome is found in metaphase. So generally when people are studying about this thing, no, what is the thing they study? They study about your chromosomal structure. Whenever they study about chromosomal structure, they try to study it from the metaphase chromosome because that is the most tightly packed and then like it is kindly compactly packed structure it is. Whereas in case of telophase, anaphase and prophase, it is still packing. Okay, you will see that it is not going to be very tight in other phases. The most compact structure of chromosome can be studied in which phase? In metaphase. They will not ask such a question as centro whether the thing will, where will the spindle fibers will be attracted to. If at all, it depends on the options again. Okay, so it is kinetochore region found in the centromere. Kinetochore is still again in centromere. They will generally, if they are asking kinetochore or centromere, better is to go for kinetochore because that is more precise. Okay, someone is asking for 8th slide. Okay, so now next thing, moving on further, the next phase is anaphase. Ninth slide. Okay, so moving on further, anaphase. Anaphase is like kind of phase. What happens? You see. Okay. So what you're seeing is you're able to see that this particular spindle fibers are shortening. Okay. What does that question mean? I don't understand. Won't those equatorial plate be formed? Mean what? What is the meaning of it? This region is what we call it as the. Wait a minute. Listen, children, here you need to know one thing. So this arrangement, no, they call this as a equatorial plate. It gets arranged in the equatorial plane and plate. Okay, so this region is what they call it as. So what it will look like, no, whenever like you're seeing a multiple chromosomes aligned. I have just shown two chromosomes here. But when you're seeing a normal cell, when it is dividing, you just see like in the metaphase stage, what you will see is you'll see that multiple chromosomes are arranged like this. If you see like at a time, it will happen. All the 23 pairs of chromosome means like in your human body, how many cells, how many chromosomes will be there. So like this 46 chromosomes will be arranged like a plate-like structure. So this structure, this line-like structure, they call it as M plate, or they call it as a equatorial plate. Okay, so this is just that imaginary line kind of structure which is like kind of formed during metaphase. So in this metaphase stage, when all these things are arranged together in the same line, it appears like a plate. So we call that line as a metaphase plate or M plate, or we can also call it as a equatorial plate. Okay, so that is just a intermediate structure. So if you want to take a note of it here, you can note it. Okay, in anaphase, what happens is in anaphase the division would have happened. The chromosomes would have cut off. So it is almost like your this guy Spider-Man. Spider-Man is trying to put his that gummy thing there, and then like he's trying to pull it out. So it's almost like that. The centriole is like the Spider-Man here, who is going to put that asters, and then it is trying to take that spindles, and then it is trying to pull it together. So it is almost like that. What will happen is like it will try to pull it. It is like trying to pull it, and what is happening here is the chromosomes get split in this phase. So what are the things that will happen in anaphase? The chromosomes are split. with the help of APC, anaphase promoting complex. An enzyme complex that splits the chromosome. Okay. The spindle fibers shorten. The spindle fibers shorten, and then what is that you're able to see? You're able to see that the chromosomes move towards where? The polar region. Okay, or you can call it as the opposite poles. So these are the things that will happen in anaphase. In anaphase, the anaphase promoting complex will split the chromosome, the spindle fibers will shorten, and the chromosomes will start moving towards the opposite poles. So this is what is happening in anaphase. Are you guys done? Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll quickly go through all the slides. We'll continue with telophase tomorrow. First slide. Second slide. Third slide. Fourth slide. Fifth slide. Sixth slide. Seventh slide. Yes, astes will be found in anaphase also. Eighth slide. Ninth slide. 10th slide. And 11th slide. Okay, children. Thank you. We'll meet later tomorrow. Second slide.